What is up, everybody? My name is Utz, and welcome back to Inscryption, Kaycee's mod, run number 3. Let's do this thing. So we just unlocked boss totems. Boss battles are now totem battles. We got to do 20 challenge points to get the next one. Let's try that. Probably, that sounds like really difficult, right? It sounds like it's going to be kind of a more of a luck-based thing, unless it's already scripted. Could be, but let's just say it's not, and it's totally randomized. Let's say that they get like birds also have spiky or stinky, and then they have like a bunch of birds, and then we're dead. Could be the case here. Pelts cost more. No re-rolling. Pack holds one less item. Let's do that. That's 20. I'm in. Welcome back to Hutz Plays Inscryption on drowsy pills. So if you guys didn't see the comment I made in the last video, I'm currently taking pills for my cough. They just prescribed me some, it's probably like standard Robitussin, but like, you know, the doctor's version. Somebody also said that I get to pick my starting deck now with this, and that doesn't seem to be the case. It doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know if there's a thing I need to have for this mod, or maybe it's not updated. Someone said I got to pick like different, oh, maybe they meant the original game? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, back to the pills. Yeah, so I have these cough pills, and side effects include drowsiness, lightheadedness, dizziness, and all these things. And I'm pretty sure that's why I got really frustrated last time, where I felt like my brain was failing me, and it's probably to be expected given these pills. So I don't want to not play. We're just going to go ahead and jump in, and if something seems like it's just like beyond me, there might come a point in time where I just give up on trying to rationalize or make my way through like 17 different moves, and I just say, you know what, let's try it. If that ends up causing us to lose, I'm going to try to remind myself that that's okay. That is quite okay. Brood Parasite. When a card bearing the sigil is played, an egg is created on the opposing space. Okay, I don't know what that means. I think we talked about that last time. What does an egg mean? Does that mean the egg is going to grow into a cuckoo? Possibly. And then we were going to fly over and hit the egg, over to the egg, so we don't even attack the egg. If it means that it places an egg that doesn't do anything ever, that sounds perfect. That sounds amazing. Maybe we should just give it a try. We still don't know what this mirror thing does. Raven egg could be really good. Mantis with the bifurcate has historically been something that's been amazing for us. Porcupine, I think, is a solid play. What if we had a flying brood parasite porcupine? No, that doesn't make any sense. We don't want porcupine to go up against something that can't hit it back. That's kind of the point of the porcupine. Kuko with the bifurcate. Flight with bifurcate could be super cool. We don't have to like totally think about taking sigils and putting them on other things. I mean, we could do Raven's Egg Fledgling on a Mantis. Like, that could be pretty cool. I like the idea of porcupine, though. What if I had a bifurcated porcupine? Could be fun. Let's try the Kuko. And like I said, I'm gonna go with the porcupine here. These are exquisite. My thanks. All right. Do we want to do a sigil trade already? Like I said, we could go ahead and do some weird things. We can make a spiky stoat. Flight blocking on the porcupine. That could be really good. Put the bullfrog flight block on the porcupine so that if anything's flying, it could do that. Or we could just go straight to the fire. We could get one of these things with the stuff and the guy in the place. I don't really want to shoot myself in the foot this time by giving myself 2 little cards, because we ran into trouble with that. Maybe we'll just stick with the cards that we got and try to beef one of them up. See if it's damage or health. Probably health. It's health. We don't have one of the cards, though, that to give them. If we would have seen the Death Adder, the Ringworm, or the other thing. There's another one. The Long Elk. That would have been really good. Probably the Wolf here would make a lot of sense to me. The Kuko seems like it creates something where it's not really going to take any damage. A higher health porcupine so we can sit there and tank more stuff would be really good, but I just want my wolf to not die. Let's do that. We could put it in there one more time and see if they want to go for it, but I think it was maybe because we tried putting something in there with death, is it the touch of death? Let's take it back. I don't want to risk the wolf dying. We need him. Now it's definitely worth 2. I mean, before with 3-2, I don't think it was worth the 2 blood price. So I'm feeling good about that. We have a sigil trade coming up. We're gonna get a card before that. Birds have flight block. That's an interesting one. If we went ahead and put our bird next to the stump, that would kind of ruin the idea of it, I guess. Birds with flight block is totally fine. We don't really have flying cards other than the one card, like I said. And then I think I know what I'm going to do with it. It's a shame that, like, we have to think about taking damage in the first turn every single time. I can't not see. I can't not see the angry little pucker face tree titties. I just, every time. Every single time. So like I said, if I put my bullfrog up there, it's just going to get hit. And that's just not going to be a good situation for it. So we just tank the first round. Don't put a sparrow on that far left. And then I'm feeling comfortable enough probably to just take a squirrel here, and we'll just do stoat, bullfrog. But we will have to stop them from attacking us too much here. I could actually get the wolf out. The wolf could eat one of these guys straight up, and then next turn we can put down a blocking thing while the wolf does damage back. That might be the way to go here. Kind of like that idea better, actually. Put the bullfrog down next turn. Because the bullfrog and the stoat, if we went bam bam, 2 turns and they would eat them both. But we'd end up taking at least 1 more damage from this sparrow. Possibly 2, I think, because he'd hit over the stoat first time, the second time he would die. Okay, so 1 more hit of damage, but... Same here. But 1 turn, one death. I think I did that right. Where are you gonna put your next sparrow, bro? Your spare, bro. Put the squirrel. Get that bullfrog out there. And we're good. I want to see what this egg does, but they're not giving me an opportunity to do that. There's my cuckoo. There it is. They have flight blocking on the sparrow, so actually if I put the cuckoo out there, but then it won't be able to spawn the egg. And that's really what we're curious about. What is that egg gonna do? Alright. I guess we might as well just get the cuckoo out there, just to get that extra damage. Stump is the important thing about the stump is that it doesn't have flight blocking, like the full tree does. I mean, and the titties, but other than that. Give me that money. Not too bad. You only had 2 things. I view those totem battles as being more difficult, but honestly, I feel like, historically speaking, they're actually easier than the regular battles, because the regular battles, they just send like 17 characters. Remember every time we complained about the fact that there was like 17 damage coming in on turn 2? Like, that's insane. Maybe a bone. We'll go for a bone play here, since we don't have anything bones. Corpse maggot. Inevitable maggots. They will lurch from your hand when your creatures are killed. I like it. I like it. We don't even have to spend the bones in order to put that out there. If something dies, it will automatically take its place, assuming it's in my hand. And actually, maybe we should just put that on the wolf, right? Therefore, we could just throw in something like the porcupine to have it die and deal damage back. Boom, wolf already comes out in play. We're foregoing the ability to get a bifurcated flight wolf, though. I could do a spiky wolf. Once again, I could do the parasite, brood parasite flying wolf. And that could be crazy good. That could be really good. I feel like Corpse Maggot would be really, really good with, like, the dam builder, the beaver, because then the beaver would create this dam that's just there to take damage and die, and the Corpse Maggot would take that thing's place. It's like a free, it's like double free. Excuse me. Joking. Ooh, I like the idea of putting the Corpse Eater on my wolf, and that makes a whole lot of sense to me, that my wolf would be a corpse eater. Now we have to worry about taking that double sacrifice price, because wolves will eat corpses, right? I mean, if they have to kill it before they eat it, then technically yes. Over that fire, we could beef our wolf up even more. We don't really have any. We bypassed the first carving. So let's just go to the left. I think you go heavy on carvings, or you don't go heavy on carvings at all. And it really depends on whether or not you can get, like, a lot of the same type. I mean, you can have only one canine and beef your canines. There's nothing wrong with that, right? What do we have here? We have Guardian. When an opposing creature is placed. Okay, so the Sparrow's going to move in front of the creature, which is actually fine by me. We can get our Kuko out. Let's do that. Let's get the Kuko out and see what happens. Broken egg. Good. Good. Does it say that? That poor chick never had a chance. An egg is created in the opposing space. It does look broken, but it didn't say a broken egg. That would have been a little more clearer. But yeah, so it's just basically like a free damage trade. And I probably should have put the Kuko here, because then it would have blocked the Sparrow from even coming up and doing anything. It would just sit there and do nothing. That would have been the play. Yeah, absolutely. So once again, flying. It flies over. We have a skunk coming up. It doesn't deal any damage though, so we could just let it sit there and fester. And then we take a squirrel, we get that out there. We could go bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and put the wolf out there, but I'm just gonna put the bullfrog, because the bullfrog will be able to kill that sparrow eventually. And we have a 1-for-1 damage trade currently. We're going to, I guess we just need a squirrel eventually. Now we're gonna have a 2-to-1 damage trade. Oh wait, we didn't have a 1-for-1 because the sparrow was hitting that thing. The tree died and the wolf, okay, that's good. That's really, I'm happy about that. Porcupine, I could put you against the skunk, but you're just kind of two little shits in a, you're just not gonna do anything, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Two little stinky poos. And, yeah, what else you got? Stoat, you're not going to do anything against Stinky either, so send it. Yeah, okay, totem battles are easier, at least early on. They seem quite simple. Of course, like I said, though, it's really a gamble. If the birds would have had some other thing that they put on them, it could have been really problematic. All right, let's try to double up on something that we already have. What do we have? We have a bird, we have a canine. I don't think that like going too hard on the birds is crazy good. I want to go with another canine. Alpha. I like it. It's another bone thing. What Alpha does, wrong way. I gotta go up. There we go. What Alpha does, you already probably know, but let's just go back over it in case that people forgot. Creatures adjacent to a card bearing this sigil gain 1 power. Sometimes when I reread sigils too, I'm like, oh wait. Like, you have that idea again, like of like what it was supposed to do, and then it actually it ends up doing something different, and then later on in the future you can't remember which one it was. Was it the thing that you thought it did, or was it the thing that it actually did? Which one was which? We want to beef up a little bit more here. I really like the idea of more flight blocking here or a higher health porcupine. Let's do a higher health porcupine. I have to say porcupine, weird. Porcupine? Porcupine? Porcupine. Which one do you guys do? Porcupine? Poor cup-ine? Sparrows for days. But I can handle it. I don't have my bullfrog, so we're just gonna go ahead and block one of these sparrows from even coming in. Kukos, that's great. That's great, it's low cost. I like it. Look at that. We did a play in the first turn. It's amazing. We have a cup. Pour in my cup-ine coming up. How do we want to handle that situation? We could put our porcupine there. Would we? Would we and should we? Against that one. First turn it's going to come in and it's going to attack me, and I'm going to take 1 damage. And then next turn I'm going to attack it back and I'll take another damage, and he'll be down to a 1-2, and the porcupine will still be fine. This seems like a pretty decent play. It's too bad the wolf doesn't come in when you sacrifice a creature. Like, that doesn't count as it dying. There might be a play here for wanting to... Oh. That was unexpected. They attacked me, and in return, I attacked it. and in return, it attacked me. And in return, I attacked it, and it died. So apparently 2 spikies, you just keep going back and forth until one gives up. I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. And we have another Sparrow coming up, which is fine. It's gonna equal a 2-2 damage trade. What do we want to have? We want to have at least maybe a squirrel. We could actually, here's what we could do. We grab a squirrel and, oh, I was gonna say put the squirrel there so the squirrel dies to the sparrow, but that was silly because the sparrow has flight and it's gonna attack over the squirrel. But in the future, free to get the wolf out, we just grab a squirrel, throw it in there for a sacrifice. Assuming that we're not fighting something that has nothing but sparrows. That darn sparrow. This is fine. Give me my bullfrog. Stoat will work as well. I concede. Now's the time to concede, bud. If you want to. Would I? Would I do this? It's been done. Did I need to? No. Absolutely not. Alpha. Nice. That's good stuff. We have another fire carving or a sigil trade. If we were to do sigil trading, what would we want to do? I think that Alpha putting this leader on the Kuko could be really strong because you get the Kuko out there, it's got the egg in front of it so that nobody can touch it, and it's just going to be constantly buffing both sides. I think that'd be a super cool play. We'd forego the ability to put Alpha out there with bones, which is kind of sad, but once again, I think that, like, we only have 4 spaces out there. I like the idea of that. If I was to do it again, what else could I do? I could put flight blocking on my porcupine. Let's see what card we get first before we decide anything. Coyote, Kingfisher, and a turkey vulture. We could do airborne, waterborne. Can do airborne, waterborne on the Alpha. So we can still play the Alpha, but no one will ever be able to touch it because waterborne means that it hides. That'd be another dope play. Because the Kuko could just sit there. We could have the Kuko and the untouchable Alpha, right? Because I would want to put flight and I would want to put this on there because the Kuko's untouchable. Just make the Alpha untouchable. Alpha Omega, baby. And then we keep our bones play. I like that. That's pretty good. Do we want our Alpha to have flight, though? Because then our Alpha won't be able to attack whatever is opposing it. I'm going to try it. I think that could be a good play. And then we do sigil trade, right? I don't know if I necessarily want 2 sigil trades, but we'll make it work. Who do we have coming up? We have the Prospector coming up. And so that means that whatever characters we have out on the first part, we're going to lose. So that could be pretty bad. We'll see if we can't pull this off. Sigil trade number 2. I did say flight blocking on my porcupine. Makes sense. Doing anything with the Kuko doesn't make any sense unless we were to put the Kuko sigils on something else. Could put the Kuko sigils on the Stoat, right? And then therefore it's just a better thing. I think flight blocking in the porcupine makes a lot of sense, though. I think that'd be pretty dope. Blocks everything and has high health and deals damage back. It's pretty cool how this game is unique every time that you play it. Oh, that's right. We have the whole thing with the stuff. Totems for boss battles. Well done. I like this. Hee-haw, partner. Hee-haw. So we have a coyote with guardian. Burrower, actually. It's not the guardian, it's the burrower. When an empty space would be struck. So the coyote jumps in front of it. That's pretty good, actually, for us, because the coyote will jump in front of our attacks and then just die. So we could actually put, like, what would we put? I don't really know, but here's the thing that we could do. We could put the smoke out to take damage from the coyote immediately. It would die, our wolf gets put in place of the smoke, and we get the bones. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there, but we're doing fine. Or I could put my Kuko here, which would block the coyote from even coming into play at all. But the coyote is gonna end up dying. We could maybe do the Kuko somewhere else. Maybe not though, because if I put the smoke here, coyote jumps up, attacks it, dies. Next turn, that wolf is gonna have prime position on that pack mule. But then again, we don't really want to lose our wolf for the second phase. We might not want to lose our Kuko for the second phase either. We could put our porcupine in there to take damage from the coyote. We could kill the coyote without sacrificing anything, because of the fact that the coyote jumps in front. What do we do? Leave the coyote. No, we can't handle the 2 damage that it's going to be dealing to us every single time. So I'm thinking. We just like put the porcupine down like right here. We don't have like anything else that's really gonna cut it. So porcupine, you're in. Putting it here, because then next turn, the coyote will jump in front of it and die, and the porcupine won't be touched. The Death Adder, I forgot that even existed. To be quite frank. There's Frank, and then there's quite Frank. And then there's Super Frank. We don't talk about Super Frank. Death Adder's gonna take out that boulder, right? No, the Death Adder doesn't. Touch of Death doesn't apply to the boulders. Made of stone. Yep, that's what it is. That's the one. Alpha is really good. Alpha's really good. But we don't have the bones. We can get the bones from the smoke. Let's just let that go for now. Another coyote. Coyote's gonna try to jump in front of the porcupine when the porcupine strikes. But it won't be able to because of the pack mule. Could put the stoat out. Probably should put the stoat out. Try to have the stoat. Well, I don't know though, because I could wait for this boulder to die, and then that stoat could take out the adder. That might be a better play. We want to finish this thing sooner than later though, because we want to just get to the second phase. I could put my Kuko out, right? To block that coyote from even coming out, and maybe I'll do that. Could have been really good second turn to block. Well, yeah, I don't know. Could be really good second turn to block the hound that's gonna come up. That already has guardian, by the way, so that's a joke. I say we block the hound. I say we do nothing right now. We just let that squirrel just sit there. Now the coyote's gonna die. And we should be fine. That squirrel's like, why am I here? Mole man. The mole man's coming up. If we could just squeak by on this with as little sacrifices as possible. Ah! I forgot about the rock dying and the wolf coming out. It's fine because the wolf's not gonna die, but damn. Take second phase on with what we got. Well, we could beef up with the alpha. We can beef up squirrels. Remember that. You're not a squirrel, you're a squirrel warrior. You fight for me now, squirrel. I don't like the idea that the squirrel's here and it's gonna be turned into gold. That's gonna be annoying. Didn't get the pack mule either. Oh, dang, damn it, my mule. That's what we gotta get. We gotta get that mule, right? Freaking wolf. Gold, I struck gold. Then I won't be able to block my bloodhound. I won't be able to frickin' put the gosh darn flippin' flap cuckoo out over here either, because the pack mule will block its egg. So what are we gonna do? I suppose it would make sense for us to just wait for this guy to kill the gold nugget, because then we can get some attacking gold nuggets on our team. Let's see if we can do that. That sounds hilarious. Get him! It's my last squirrel. I think I get a bad card if I don't have a card to draw. Alpha. So you won't be able to attack the alpha. But the bloodhound will jump in front of the gold nuggets that try to attack. That's hilarious. It's placed when it's placed, so maybe I should have placed something here first. Oh, you know what? No, I can't. I was gonna say I could put my cuckoo down, but I can't unless I sacrifice my alpha. This is messy. This got really messy. Take 3 turns for alpha to kill that thing, and it's gonna be doing 2 damage for 3 turns. 2 damage, but we have 1 damage coming in here, so it's really only 1 damage. Let's just see what the first turn does, what it yields. Okay, is it? Oh, it's got Guardian too. It's got Guardian, so it does move. It's not just, sorry, Burrower and Guardian. You run out of cards. Time to bring the battle to a close. Okay, yeah. That's bad news. You shouldn't need me to say. But that's not good. So he moves whenever I place a card. He moves whenever I attack as well. We might be screwed here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Squirrel down and then Stoat. And the Stoat should kill him. Because the Stoat gets buffed with power because of the Alpha. Alpha and Omega. We can't, so if something tries to attack the Starvation, it doesn't. But we can put a squirrel there. Death Adder's coming up. You killed my nugget. Get him, squirrel. What's the Starvation with 2 per turn? It's gonna do more and more? Okay, I think we died. I think it's over. Dang, damn it, my mule. We got close, though. We got really close to winning. Yeah, 3-3. That's fun. That's fun stuff. Bloodhound, Kingfisher. Just nothing. There's nothing I can do. It's over. They should just really let me do that, you know, instead of like forcing me to go too fast. I got nothing. Game's over. Sometimes that do be how it is. Yeah. I got nothing. See here. Maybe I could have done something with pulling my teeth. Now that I think about it. Let's see here. We got 3 damage coming in. 1, 2, 3, and then I can push it up to 4. Maybe last turn had I done this, we could have gotten it. Cucko's got 1 damage. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 damage coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pull my teeth. I believe that's all I can do. I gave up. I already gave up. The turn after I gave up, I got it. Wild ride. Wild horses. There's my long elk if I wanted to try to do that touch of death in the campfires. Strong play. Strange larva, also really, really strong play. I'm thinking we get strange larva, and we put the cuckoo on the strange larva. Therefore, strange larva comes into play. Strange larva puts a block in front of it. Strange larva gets 2 free turns in order to grow into the mega alpha omega super strange larva. That would seem like the play to me. Mole Man is also just really, really good. Super defensive play. Keeps you alive. Long elk. Well, we'd sacrifice it. Fires would be free. There's no guarantee we're going to get tons of fires. Probably at least, I would say, 3 or 4 by the end. -1 for sacrificing the long elk. But I'm going to go strange larva here. We have a deck that's very built for it. A moment. Give me a sigil trading immediately. Sheets of icy snow battered your body as you fought your way up to a vantage point. The snow-covered trees jutted from the landscape like prickly, misplaced teeth. You continued on through the snow line. First sigil trade is up here. We're bypassing, refilling our... Oh, we could refill the bag here, actually. We could sacrifice something. Do we have something that we just don't want? For a permanent benefit? No. I don't exactly understand how the sacrifice really goes, so I'm going to go here, and we'll go straight to the left. Oh, we have the cave guy first. Interesting. Probably going to go sigils here if he offers it. Trial of Blood. Trial of Bone. Trial of Wisdom. 3 cards must have at least 3 sigils. So we have got 1 that does not. We have 1. We have 2 sigils. We have 2 sigils. We have 3 sigils. And we have 1 sigil. I think that the sigils is the no-brainer here. Assuming we don't pull the stoat. Porcupine's got 2, 1. Yeah. 2, 1, 3. That's 6 sigils. We doubled it. We actually get double the prize. We have Infus, Sacrifice, Bell, Kraken. We have a Porcupine with Hoarder. You may search your deck for any card and take it into your hand. And we have Wild Bull with Facundity. When a card bearing the sigil is played, a copy of it's created in your hand. It's got Rampager. Wild Bull with Rampager, and we get a second Wild Bull. It's just so costly, but then again, we don't have to worry about the wolf and how much that costs. Infinite Sacrifice Kraken could be a really good play, actually. I was thinking it wasn't very good because I like to put my Infinite Sacrifice on something that's really low cost so that I can continually sacrifice it and get it back. But if we did sacrifice like 1 creature just to get out, like one squirrel, 1 creature, we get the Kraken out there, and you know, I'm just gonna look up what that bell does, you guys. Screw it, I'm tired of not knowing. But anyways, I sacrifice multiple creatures to get it out there, and then I can continually sacrifice this thing without it dying, right? It's... doesn't perish when sacrificed, that's correct. Inscryption, bell symbol. What is bell ringer? on Game Rant. Could you get out of here? Only card with Bellringer sigil on it, the Bellringer Tentacle. Blah, 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 blah. The Tentacle card is a special card type that doesn't seem to fit into Leshy's theme. These cards were obviously not created by him, and all three contain strange sigils with unreadable meanings. This means players have to figure out how to use the cards on their very own. Bellringer. Let's see here. The Bellringer would mean the creature's attack power would rise every turn or every ring of the bell. This is not how it works. Yeah, that's how I thought it would work. The Bellringer's tentacle attack power is actually based on distance from the bell, which makes the title of the sigil a little misleading. It will always have 3 defense power, and its attack power will range from 1 to 4 depending on how it is placed. Placed in the furthest position on the board from the bell all the way to the right, the player's stash of items of Bellringer tentacle power will be 1. On the second to the right position will be 2, second from the left 3. Closest spot to the bell, which is the furthest left, the Bellringer will have an attack power of 4. Okay. Very interesting. It's a 4/3/2 cost. That sounds pretty good. Assuming we can put it on the far left, which is, you know, it's not guaranteed. If we have to put something there for whatever reason, you know, that's the thing. Porcupine could be a really, really good play here if we get it early. And it's another Porcupine. I think they're pretty handy. Kind of like this, though. Kind of like the idea of that. That's crazy. Now that we've figured it out, it should be pretty powerful. Figured it out. On my own, I totally did that. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air only for a turn. So we have Flight. We have Bones or 1 extra point. 1 extra point, maybe. 1 extra point, though, the Flight could potentially give me a bunch of extra points. But let's say that we had a defensive thing where, like, we didn't have very many creatures on the board and we just had to squeak by 1 more turn in order to get, like, our Wolf out or something like that, or our Tentacle. This is going to be both offensive and defensive. Gotta remember that when we go to that spot, we get... Oh, okay, that's a spiky elk. That does not bode well for me. Uh-oh. We can... Oh, God, everyone's spiky. I don't like that. Get the Kuko out. Get my Kuko out. Block that elk fawn from even existing. Get the Porcupine v Porcupine again next turn. Or maybe Porcupine to kill the elk fawn. That would make more sense. We could also just sacrifice a squirrel in order to get... we could do that next turn. Sacrifice a squirrel against the Porcupine to get the wolf out there. Okay, good setup. Good setup so far. Look at that. Look at that. Wicked smart. That's wicked smart. Wicked smart? So here's the problem. We pulled this when we can't even put it here, so it's only going to be a 2/3 here. Unless we sacked the Porcupine, which probably would be worth it at this point in time. I think it's already over, though. I believe so. No, it's not, because the elk fawn moved in front of me. It's gonna kill that Porcupine, though. That cup of a Porcupine. Alright, and then wait 1 more turn. We'll try to get the Tentacle out there, kill the Porcupine off, and get massive damage. Nice. Very nice. So I put squirrel down and we sack. Put that there. 4/3. That's good. That's a ton of damage. We got some money. Money in the bank. When are we going to be able to buy pelts? Because we have the pelt lady to fight here. We do want to go for that sigil trading. The pelts are here. So we can go boop, and go left or to the right there. Alright. 1 cost, 3 cost, or bone. We already have a bone. We have a 2 cost now. Maybe another 1 cost. Maybe another bone. You have multiple bones in there. Makes sense. Rattler. 6 bones, 3 1. Okay. Sigil trade. What did we want to do? We wanted to put the Kuko on the strange larva. Genius. I love it. Give me that first turn coming up here. Another sigil trade. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. I don't think we can, actually. Those are the only 2 cards that we had to choose from. Stinky birds! Yeah, they're not gonna give it to me, dude. They're not gonna do it. Tarky vulture, stinky. Holy shit, I think we're dead. The sigil battles are the easiest. Oh, man. We have a flight blocking porcupine. He's gonna die in literally 2 hits, though. That's like literally the worst. Shoot. I think we gotta put him out there immediately, otherwise we're gonna die. We still might die. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Nice damage, porcupine. Keep at it, brother. Now what do we want? We want to cry a little bit. Something to be said for putting our tentacle here. Maybe getting our squirrel out there. We don't want that mole to move, though. Gonna put the tentacle here. Would hurt this down to 1. Next turn would kill that raven egg behind it. But this guy's dealing 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. I mean, it's already over at that point in time. We got nothing. Leave that mole there to block the bird egg. Can we take 3 damage right now? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 turns, it's over. If we can't kill that sucker in 2 turns. And I don't really feel like we can kill it in 2 turns. Next turn, we're gonna have to pull something out of our ass. And there's nothing. There's nothing in my ass. Unless we have to probably do this again. It's good, but it's not gonna save us. If I put this thing there, it has 1 power. Against the stinky, has 0 power. It doesn't do anything. We'd have to get our rattler out. I believe it's over. There's nothing that we can do. We got screwed. Super screwed. I don't know what to say. GG, dude. You literally could have put that guy like anywhere else. This one alley was the way to go. The one possible way that you could get me. Congrats, bro. Nope. I was just undeniably fucked. That just really chaps my ass. That really pisses me the fuck right off. I don't see a way. Don't see a way to do it. I don't think it's worth doing anything right now. Yeah, squirrel, strange larva, go! Yay! Fuck right off, you piece of shit. That pisses me off so hard when there's just nothing that you can do. Alright, let's buy some pelts. One on the house. How much money we got? That's 18. Grab 2 goldens. I think it might actually increase in price, but no, we're good. 2 goldens. Alright. Sigil trading, we have nothing to do. Looks like we're gonna sell the pelts immediately. We have to sell the pelts before fighting the boss. There's a mushroom coming up. I didn't see that one coming. If we don't get a mushroomable dude coming up here by selling the pelts. Yeah. It'd be really nice to keep the pelts for the boss, like I was saying, but it doesn't seem like they're gonna give us that option. What do we got? Porcupine coming up and a raven's egg. Up against this snow for our wolf. Assuming we get the wolf, we'll come out and take place of the snow fur when it dies, which could be good. Try to plan for that. Put the porcupine out now to take 1 damage. Let's just wait on it. Another porcupine. Strange larva. I really like the idea of putting the strange larva out there right now. Let's do that. Another raven's egg coming up. What are we gonna do about that? We're gonna go ahead and just get our porcupine out, I guess. Gonna put the porcupine against the bird though instead. Still can. Probably a better play. We want to block as much damage coming in as possible. Mothman! Already has flight, right? I think that it was supposed to naturally have flight, but 7 damage coming in that is unblockable by them. That's a pretty dope play. And then what? Try to get our stoat to work that raven down? Maybe not. There's our wolf. It's too late. The tree died, so the wolf can't come out to play, but I believe it's over right now. Barely. It's a shame we couldn't get a little bit more out of that, but not a shame that we won. Brought me some 5 pelts. A hair pelt. Do we have anything? No, we don't have any duplicates here. We could have had another bullfrog, but a double bullfrog is like... Cat. I do like infinite sacrifice on the cat. We could take the Death Adder and go hard on... Actually, we have a sigil trade coming up, don't we? I think we do. We have the option of either going to the mushroom or a sigil trade. So we could go ahead and put Death's Touch like on our stoat. Which could be really, really good. Because it's, you know, half the price. We could do more flight submergibles. We could do an undying stoat. Don't know if that necessarily does anything for me. Infinite sacrifice stoat could be a good play too. Could be a way that we get more bones so we get our rattler out. Let's go with death touch on our stoat. A golden pelt, magnificent. Another strange larva. It doesn't have the mushroom under it, so I don't know if it actually will allow us to mushroom it. Do we get to pick 2 from this selection, or do we get a new selection? I think we just get to pick 2 from this selection. I'm thinking maybe... Long elk, strange larva. I don't know if the damage would be buffed on fledglings on a merged strange larva, you know? It might not be. We could do like an unkillable long elk. An unkillable strange larva. Like combine these two. I don't want to sack the strange larva. I like Mothman a lot. Would we go Sigil Trader? Would we go to the double up the larva? I don't know. Shouldn't matter to merge them. But we don't really want 2 strange larvas. Shoot, man. That's probably just going to be 6 health, yeah. Right, if we combine them. And nothing more than 7 damage. Hopefully they keep the sigils. They don't keep the sigils, yeah, thank God. Yeah, it's just gonna be a 6 health, right? Well, we'll see though, because if it does combine the later stats on them, when it finally gets to a 7-3 Mothman, it could be a 14-6 Mothman, and it would just be the terror. It would be amazing, right? That's what I'm going for. I just don't think I'm gonna get it, but we'll see. We want more bones, or we want an extra squirrel sacrifice. We want flight for 1 turn. I'm gonna go bones here, because sometimes we get stuck with the bone cards like we did when we lost Carver Lady. It's a shame. It's a shame that we had to trade our pelts pre this battle, but oh well. Reptiles have Guardian. Boo. Strange frogs. If I could just put out my... Oh, unkillable. If we could get our Ouroboros out immediately. Get the power there. We could have the Ouroboros die, come back, put the Ouroboros back in, and just continually take out the strange frogs and give me pelts. It's really costly, though, is the only problem with that. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, am I gonna try that? We gotta make moves. We gotta do something right now. Ding, ding. We can just squirrel out there and get the stoat, so the stoat can take out this strange frog and eventually be turned into a pelt. Once that drops into the leaping trap, that's when we sacrifice it for the Ouroboros. Gotta go up against the rabbit, though. Bing, bing. Probably need the squirrels if we're gonna do the Ouroboros play. Yeah. Almost lost. We're gonna end up dying anyways. We might. Might just end up dying anyways. Now that I think about it. Because we're one away from death. We have jack shit here. Did we blow it? If I sack stoat, sack squirrel, get Ouroboros out there. Ouroboros hits strange frog hits back, Ouroboros dies. Strange frog here hits, I'm dead. It's over. We can't put out multiple things that cost we literally got absolutely boned again by pulling two cost blood cards. Absolutely annihilated. If we had sacked the adder and put the death's touch onto this instead of doing a double strange larva play, that would have been better. That would have been possible. There's no way for us to get back in the board, so we actually have to kill 2 strange frogs right now with this shit that we have in our hand without taking a single hit of damage. Not even once. I believe it's over, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go put the squirrel down, and then I'm gonna get my adder out there so I can kill the strange frog, and then I'm gonna pop this squirrel, because I have no choice. I guess I could have gotten my rattler out there. Maybe we should do that instead. Shoot. Okay. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah. What to do, 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 do 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 do. The rattler can actually handle that raven, but we got to get damage in the board before that rattler gets. No, it can't handle the raven because it's got to fight the leaping trap first. It's going to hit that thing. It's going to die. It's going to turn into nothing. The raven's going to come in and absolutely slaughter me in my sleep. The adder is also going to die to this leaping trap. We're pretty safe right now, so if I sacked both of these creatures for an Ouroboros and put the Ouroboros here instead, it's a shame to get rid of an adder. But that might be the play here. Beef our Ouroboros right now and get a bunch of pelts. You attack the rabbit one too. The rabbit's not gonna do anything to us when it comes in. As far as I know. Unless it's like Monty Python Holy Grail Rabbit. Problem with the unkillable Ouroboros is that it costs so much. Bing, bing. So I'm gonna go squirrel here, Ouroboros. And we're gonna have quite a saucy Ouroboros. Get your bullfrog out of my face. Well, now we're gonna die. Gotta put my porcupine out instead. It's not what I wanted to do. It's not the play here. I could have put a wolf pelt out, but I need the pelts to trade for second phase. Back on the board, though. as many squirrels as possible once again, so that we can maybe even beef our Ouroboros up a last time. Maybe we want to keep the leaping traps there for second phase. She sweeps them off the board. I think she actually sweeps everything off the board, right? And then she puts 8 cards out, and we have to trade our pelts. And we get 1 extra pelt. So right now we'll be able to trade for 3. So we do actually want to probably kill as many leaping traps as possible. So squirrel, I'm gonna go squirrel, squirrel, Ouroboros far right. Just hope that doesn't like place cards there, because we don't have damage trading right now. We do have the pelts, if need be. Punishment of beefing my Ouroboros. Okay. I'm gonna puff up as many squirrels as possible, because here's the plan. I want to put the Ouroboros in for one last time to kill that leaping trap, to get 1 more pelt, and then I want to have enough squirrels that I can immediately get the Ouroboros out once more to fight that raven. But we're taking so long that we're gonna get to the point where we might have that thing where it's like, you know, they just kill us off. I don't know, probably not, but probably should just be going for Mothman. If we could get Mothman out there, that would be dominant, and it would just sweep the second phase. Is that what we want to do? We probably should move now. There it is. We're not gonna have enough time to make it happen, though. I could sack my Ouroboros right now to put the strange larva out and extend this out a couple more turns. Seems like the stupidest thing ever, but I'm doing it. Egg survived the fall, how curious. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. I built this company. Holy shit, dude. Really? Wolves, nice to see. We should be able to tank a couple more hits. And then the strange poopo will just annihilate next turn. The bell, I forgot about the bell and putting the bell where, in that spot there. Second phase. It took the egg off, I mean the raven. So that's kind of a shame, but we'll see what happens here. Ringworm is fine, that's perfect for the Mothman. Besides the fact that it's got Guardian, we have a Guardian fledgling adder. We have a Guardian river snapper. We have a Guardian pushing rattler. We have a waterborne airborne raven. We have a flight blocking stinky skunk. We have a flight Guardian skink tail skink and a reflection Guardian. Everything's got Guardian because probably the Guardian sigil here on reptiles. Yeah, so this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, all these reptiles, all these right here have Guardian specifically because of the sigil. I was like, wow, that's really crazy that they all had that. What do we want? What do we want? The ringworm there is fine, and actually, I think the Mothman, the first turn, will send it with 7 damage, right? Yeah, 7-6. Instead of it being 14-6, it really would have been cool if it was 14-6. I had to know for science reasons. We really don't need much of anything here. Like I said, it's already over, so... But we'll take 4 of them, just because... This adder could be cool, I suppose. Does it matter? No. Doesn't really matter. It shouldn't. Very well. Bing, 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 bing. Just in case it did matter, though. Let's go crazy right now. I'm just gonna go crazy. Beep, 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 beep. 5-5 Ouroboro. Mothman ends it in one turn. That's why Mothman's so good. You will not perish quite yet. Did I get relit? I've got 2 lives left. Long elk, Gek, or mole man. I remember laughing at the Gek, but the good thing about the Gek is the fact that it's free to play and it's 1/1, right? And if we were to put something on the Gek like fledgling, that could be just crazy good. Long elk could be okay. The whole sprinter is the worst part about the long elk, because it attacks, kills something, and then it moves over and gets ready for something to hit it again, right? Instead of like moving and then attacking, that would be the strong part. Move, attack, move, attack. Mole man for defensive plays. Maybe. Maybe Mole Man for defensive plays so we can squeak by long enough for us to get out our really powerful Mothman. Would make sense to me. Imagine if we had put 2 Mole Mans together. 12 blocking. Still possible. The air grows thick with moisture. Buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out the sound of your footfalls. You beheld the wetlands. What have we got coming up here? We can go for sigils again. We can go for cost on this here. We don't really need more cards, I guess, unless it's really good. So we'll go with this. We'll do the risky play here. Trial power. Trial blood. Kin. How many kin things do we have? We got wolf, wolf, rodent, insect, rodent, reptile, reptile, reptile. I don't think kin's the way to go. Probably trial of blood because it's 2 cost, 1 cost, 1 cost, 2 cost, 2 cost, 2 cost, 1 cost. Trial of power. 1 3 1 1 0. Bell 3 1 5 0. We could do power, too. Power seems pretty... I mean, if we got Strange Larva and Mole Man together, obviously that would be a bad thing. I don't know what the bell would do. Let's do power. Let's try it. 1, bell, 0. 0 from the bell. Oh my god. So we got literally boned. The hardest bone that's ever boned Boneville. Holy shit. Unbelievable. More bones? Well, here we are in Boneville. Black Goat could be really, really good. We don't have anything that costs 3 though. We only have things that cost 2. Go with the squirrel. And then the potentially bones. Kingfishers and a coyote. It's like we'll get out Mole Man. Hope something better comes along. I was riding along on a moonlight bay. Problem there is that Mole Man has to take one whole turn with a free coyote shot before I can actually get something in front of the coyote. Or I sack the mole man and I put out my bell for 4 damage here. 4 uncontested damage. That's probably the way I'm going to do that, because mole man's dead anyways, right? It would make sense to me. And now we can sack this guy for free squirrels. Doot, 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 doot. Well, that doesn't help. Will help next turn. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Tentacle's like, I feel nothing. Now we're sacking this guy for free bones every turn, too. You think that hurts me? Well, our Death Adder's dead. Because there's one stupid frickin' bat. No, it's not. Strange larva. The egg survived the fall. It's already over. Tentacle will be able to put 1 on the board to their 3 every time. Hopefully our Mothman comes of age right in the nick of time. Who's Nick? One more bone. One more bone and we could have alpha'd up that strange larva too. Strange poopas. It's alive! Get out of here. We gotta change our deck. I mean, obviously not, we're winning, but like, we have just high cost stuff. I picked the thing of bones because of Alpha and Rattler. Because we can't just get stuck here with this. There's nothing we can do. And then we pull an Ouroboros. What? It's 5-5 though. I kind of forgot the fact that it's buffed for the rest of the game. Dope. That was a perfect time to pull Ouroboros. Good uses too. I like it. Mothman, you're lovely. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? I think we just maybe sack the Death Adder in the fire. Trial of bones, trial of kin, or trial of blood. Bones, bones, and bones. Oh my god, I was kidding! The game fucking knows, dude. That's such bullshit. That is horse. That's a horse's ass. Any other cards? Literally any other cards, and we would have won. He picked the 2 cards that he could not pick. Oh my god. We could sack Mole Man for a good thing. For a good time. We could beef up something. We don't have any duplicates to my knowledge. You piece of shit. That pisses me right off. Sack the Adder. Is there another fire coming up? We could sack the Adder, but we do want to do the sigil trading. Probably put this Death Adder thing on the Stoat. It's just too costly. It's too costly. We gotta get this Adder out of our deck. But once again, we can still get the Adder out with here. If we got the Adder out here, then we wouldn't have to go sigil trade and put it on the Stoat. And we could end up beefing up our strange larva in the fire or something like that. Or porcupine, maybe give it more damage. I wonder what happens if you try to up the damage of the tentacles. If it would be like Bell +1 or something like that. Probably not. Probably wouldn't work as such. We want to give this guy another go? Do we want to buy pelts? How much money do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even think we have enough for 1 golden pelt. Maybe after this battle we will. We could decide after that battle. Let's do Death Adder in the fire and go fire. Isn't this the last place though? Sacrificing the Mole Man could be really good. That last time though, we got the upgrade to start with 1 bone, and it just really wasn't that good. So I don't know if there's like a lot of good blessings that we could be getting here. Let's keep Mole Man. Sacrifice the Death Adder, I guess. +2 health. A 1/3 Death Adder is actually not bad. Feeding time. Scream one survivor leaping upon the adder. Their spears promptly eviscerated the beast. You snuck away amid the sickening sounds, gnashing and howling. I think that was supposed to work. We'll see. There's our Mole Man. He's like, I'm still alive, baby. Give me my shovel. What do we got coming up? A bat, a raven egg, and a kingfisher. Only way to get that kingfisher is by putting that porcupine with the flight blocking. Same thing with the bat, though. Bat maybe is a little bit more dangerous with its 2-1. Porcupine can tank that hit. The raven egg is going to be, you know, also deadly. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. Maybe put the Mole Man out next turn. Okay, we have a raven coming up. That's not good. Just like a full raven. Isn't she lovely? 3 ravens. I'm gonna just go ahead and call it. This one's over already. Just going to go ahead and call it then. Maybe, though. Mole Man jumps in front, blocks Raven, jumps in front, blocks Raven, dies, Wolf comes out. 2 damage, 1 damage. Next turn, 2 damage, 0 damage. So that's 3 damage now. 1, 2, 3. Next turn we have 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's not really anything. We don't have recourse right now of surviving long term. And once again, I think it's over. Even the fact that we pulled this really extremely lucky wolf card and we have a Mole Man, which is like the beefiest tank in the world, they fucked us over because the game gets unbelievably stupid late game. And it's like, I hope you get lucky cards. And then there's a coyote coming up behind that. That's going to be fun. That's just going to be a lot of fun, I think. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that one, I think. I'm just going to like, yeah, we're going to have a great time. It's over. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking fun stuff, dude. Not even a slight chance. There's not even like a moment in my head where I'm like, but maybe. No, it's just like actually give up now. We go pelts, but then we can't sell them. And nice board, dude. Did you design this board yourself? It's really so smart, intuitive. It's a really intuitive thing that you have going on. I'm gonna check the... I never went late game to check for bones. Or teeth, rather. Which are bones. Oh, this is a thing. Okay. Can't do that. Sweet. It's awesome. Great. Isn't she wonderful? She is a piece of shit. Na, 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 na. We got rid of our Death Adder, so our bone play is a little bit weaker. Or not bone, or blood. This is sigils, right? Oh, I tried to right click on it and it just said like, yep, you're doing it. We got it. Death Adder, a wolf with rabbit hole. Rabbit's crate in your hand. Or a guardian coyote. I don't think we can afford the cost of any of these, if I'm being honest. This is all pretty shit. Where's my reroll option? Sprinter Death Adder. So pricey. Guardian. When it's placed opposing the coyote. Jumps there. Who do we want to beef up? Came across remains of a small settlement. No living person remained. It must have been something they ate. The fire sputtered on in spite of their absence. What do we want to be healthier? Strange larva, give it even more health. Adder's health is pretty lame. To make an even stronger porcupine, he ends up being out there a lot. Alpha's untouchable, so there's no reason to do that. We can make this guy more worth playing, I guess. We have the strongest porcupine in the world, though. Think about the idea of the strongest porcupine you've ever seen. We could beef up Mole Man more. I'm gonna go porcupine. $1.8 porcupine. All right. We have another fire. We'll head with the fire. We don't have any pelts to sell. We don't have any sigils to trade. Could put Ouroboros in something else, but then it's gonna lose the power of Ouroboros. We could put Mole Man, I guess. We could put the, I guess we could put Ouroboros unblocking on the Mole Man, but it's not gonna take the like I said, the power for it to grow from death. That's only Ouroboros, I believe. So yeah, there's nothing we want to do with sigil trading. We're gonna go with the campfire again. We're gonna die here anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's the plan. Strange larva? Yes. In front of that rattler. Bullfrog, you got nothing. Adder's gonna be nibbling at my tree titties, though. Not happy about that. But, Mothman is just gonna own all. Mothman will bringeth the paineth. You just gotta be lucky enough to get a Mothman second turn. I mean, pretty easy to win the game, you guys. It's really not that difficult of a game. You make it seem like it's so tough. You're just a big liar. Extra card. Too pricey. Frickin' moose buck, get out of here. Remember when we had 3 moose bucks? Buck that run. Probably cockroach. Try to put that sigil on something else later. We could do a 6-2 rattler, though, if we had another mushroom coming up. I think that the game's already over, right? The cockroach, I guess. Not enough bones to go around. Damage. Mole Man plus damage would be kind of cool. Mole Man plus damage would be pretty dope. We could beef up our porcupine even more. The problem being here is that some of the cards are actually pretty okay in their own, and we end up pulling a deck of the non-buffed cards, and then we're just like, well, what the hell do we do with that? Mole Man, I suppose. The problem here is that he's still gonna jump in front of everything and die. So it might be wasted damage. Waste on the stoat, though, I think, because the stoat's gonna die so easily. You can put it on the cockroach, and it dies, it comes back, but probably gonna put that sigil on somebody else. Here's an idea of what I could do. I could beef the stoat, and then next fire or next available opportunity, we go ahead and we put unkillable on the stoat. I think that would make a lot of sense. So it's a 3, 2, 1 cost unkillable stoat. Totes McScroats. Pack rat. I don't want the pack rat, but we have the pack rat now. Oh, good. A cheap card. Pelts would have been good for this fight, so he could grab pelts, but we could have him try to grab squirrels too. You beheld an immense man slouched beside a mucky pond. He appeared to be tearing chunks of flesh from his fish corpse. Some chunks were thrown back to the pond where a few ghoulish birds snapped them up, and some were sloppily pushed into the hulking man's mouth. Bring fresh fish. Easy choose. You don't want to hit the chum bucket. Oh, we got stinky birds. Tricksy little hobbitses. We have strange larva. It's over. It's already over. We could put the strange larva. Oh, why did I put the squirrel there? It doesn't matter. We could put the strange larva in front of the bait bucket. Right, could have been a good play, but how do I know already that the bird's gonna survive the fall though, because it's a boss battle? Okay. Alright. I'm watching you. Filthy pig. Great white coming up though. That's not the best. Oh, he's gonna hook it. That's actually good timing, because I'm gonna give him a squirrel and then he's gonna stop the great white for coming. You're an idiot. Oh, you're so dumb. Wait, what? Thought he was gonna hook it. Is he hooking now? There we go. Whoo! It's already over though. We win. It's like, dang damn it, how did you do that? Give me a chum bucket in front of the Mothman. That's the stuff. It's already over. You're bad at this game, dude. Meanwhile, the boss, Leshy's sitting there like, this game is so unfair. Oh, don't look at me that I'm the smartest genius you've ever seen. I outwitted you, you shit. That'll be easy to play. Could you imagine Urayuli with that thing where it automatically comes out when somebody dies? Child 13. You could sacrifice it infinitely, or the douse that makes those bells as a distraction. I think we gotta go cheap here. Didn't like any of them, to be honest. Up and along the moonlight trail, I hear the birds singing and they're calling my name. Something like that. We're gonna go sigil treading cockroach on the stoat. Unkillable mole man though? No. Infinite sacrifice mole man. I'm gonna stick with what I said I was gonna do. Unkillable stoat. Could be... It turns the stoat into a powerhouse. Lesh, what you got? You gonna do a sigil battle on this one too? Insects have spiky. That's horrible. That's actually horrible. That could be huge for you, Lesh. Starting off with the Mole Man and a spiky mantis god, you son of a bitch. That's good. That's really good. We have our wolf that automatically comes into play. We have our untouchable alpha, and we have a pork. If I were to put the porcupine here and put that mole man over there and we get a free hit, is that what we should do? Maybe, or maybe we put the porcupine here and the mantis god will step up and hit the porcupine and die. That's maybe the best way to handle this stupid crap. La 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 la. He's got his pickaxe ready, so he's gonna actually hit and kill my porcupine and turn it into gold this next turn. We have another mantis coming up. It's a shame I didn't put, I don't know. Actually, how would I done that? I wonder, he kills the porcupine, he turns it into gold. Is my wolf gonna jump out there? We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. That could be strong. I could smoke squirrel and get my bell out. That was very interesting. He didn't turn it into gold. We have another mantis god coming up and a spiky amalgam. I don't relish the thought of that. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Powerhouse, Stoat. 3-2. We could take the Stoat to fight the Amalgam next turn. Kill it in one go. How are we gonna handle this Mantis God coming up? Smoke squirrel for this guy and put him there? Maybe. Mantis God's gonna get free hits on him though. If I put him here, he's gonna hit the mole man once. The wolf will finish the mole man. He'll get a hit from the mantis. Infinite sacrifice though. What could we do with that? Probably not much until next turn. We gotta move fast though. The longer we wait in this first phase, the more he's gonna flip through those masks and just annihilate me. Alpha does flight. It's gonna fly over the Mantis God. I want the Alpha to kill the Mantis God. I was gonna say if I put the bell here and then try to sneak the Alpha in the middle. Could be a cool play that you did there. We gotta block the Mantis God like now. That's the problem that we're currently facing. Because we have two hits until we die, right? And we have one here, and we're gonna have 1, 2 there, and we're gonna have 3 here on the right. Even if I blocked the amalgam next turn, there's 3 damage coming on this right side. Think cuts. I'm stuck right now because Alpha, we gotta remember, can't be touched and flies over, so it won't be affected by anything with spikes. I just hit the spacebar and I thought I stopped the recording. can actually take this squirrel, sack the squirrel, put the stoat here. The stoat takes the hit from the amalgam, dies, comes back into my hand. Next turn, we'll pull a squirrel. This turn, still, right? 3 damage blocked. We go ahead and we pop the bones that we have on our hand. And we put the alpha down here and the smoke down here. The smoke goes ahead and it does 1 attack against the mantis, kills the mantis off. The alpha does 1 extra damage over here. Right? And it's got flight. This has got flight blocking, so the mole man actually will jump in front. That's a shame. The mole man will then move back to the right, and where it will die to the wolf. And then the mantis jumps up and deals 1 damage, 1 hit. No, can't hit the alpha. It's 1-2. But because the alpha put 1 damage on the board, it didn't because the mole man's got flight blocking. I think it's over. I think it's legitimately over. That was the best that I could come up with, and we still died. We can only take 2 hits. The fact that the smoke kills the mantis and dies that leaves this open. It's the fact that the alpha has submergible, waterborne, so that the mantis god can't hit it. I'm trying to think. We put alpha here, and we put bellboy here. Bellboy still gets beefed back up to 4 damage because of alpha. Right? So the 4 damage here coming in from bellboy means that the mole man here will jump in front of the attack, die. This wolf gets 3 damage on the board before the turn even starts. 3 damage up. We don't even have to pull this squirrel. We can re-sack this infinite sacrifice tentacle to put out our stoat to block the amalgam damage coming on the right side where it will then die. Next turn, we sacrifice this thing again, assuming it hasn't died. Probably will have died. We pop the squirrel, or we grab a squirrel, and we put our stoat out, which will kill the amalgam. Did that make any sense? Did any of that make sense? So what do we have to do? Do we want to sack the smoke, or do we want to keep the smoke and use our bones? The bones are just bones. The smoke is both bones and a sacrifice. So we use our bones. Alpha here. Tentacle here. Stoat there. To get this guy out, we're gonna have to actually pop the squirrel. And sack the smoke. We have to sack the smoke. Regardless. Smoke has to be sacked if we're gonna get tentacles out. So we put smoke, we put squirrel, then we get tentacles out. And then after that, we can place alpha next to it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's not it. I think that's it. There's probably something I haven't thought about. But I'm maxed. I think my brain's maxed. So I'm gonna go with it. Wow. He's gonna end up hooking something, right? We better finish this now. Or somebody has to get hooked. I think we get the opportunity to go before hook, don't we? I really don't want to lose that alpha. If not, maybe we just stick a squirrel to block the amalgam. Like, that would be fine, right? Just to be super, super safe. We're gonna end up putting 1 damage up past the mantis. Right? How close are we to winning? Can I see? 2 to win. Alpha's gonna do 1 damage. This guy is gonna attack the mantis god and die, unfortunately. Then the wolf will finish it. So just to be super safe, we're gonna put squirrel out. We got him, okay. Moon-soaked forest bed gave rise to shadowy figures, gasping for night air after their long torturous slumber. We have a spiky David and a death touch Reginald. Really, really, really. Oh, he's still grabbing. Okay, so we can't place anything right now. Lest it be another squirrel. Right? If we put another squirrel here, he'd grab that, and then the amalgam would still attack. I think the amalgam being hidden behind a squirrel is the right play. We can probably get this spiky guy out of the way. Could get messy if he's starting to shove. Oh, Reginald's gonna actually come up and kill my wolf. Is there a way we could stop that from happening? No. What happens? Let's say I put the stoat out. I sacrifice the squirrel. I put the stoat out. The stoat kills the amalgam. Then he grabs... The stoat will... Actually, the stoat won't die. We don't want to give him the stoat. That'd be a poor play. If we could somehow kill the amalgam and get this Reginald shoved over with David, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think what's going to happen here is the wolf will kill the stump. Oh, you know what? Wolf kill the stump, and then David might come down and move over? Maybe not. Reginald might just jump in. I don't think we can save the wolf. We need our frickin' Mothman. Where's Mothman when you need him? Well, it's almost good timing, but it's not. I'm thinking. Because what I could do here is I could sacrifice the wolf to put the strange larva here. And then I could sacrifice the squirrel and put the stoat there so that he hooks the stoat instead. But then we have this 1/3 unkillable stoat on their end, and I don't know if I'll be able to get him back after I kill him, if I kill him. There'll be 3 damage coming in on this right side. But at least our strange larva would be in. think I let him hook it. I put the stoat there. The stoat ends up killing this guy, and then I sacrifice the stoat for the strange larva next turn. And we just have to hope and pray that the 2 damage coming in here and the 2 damage there and the 1, actually it's 1 damage here, 2 damage here, and 1 damage here. We figure out something to do with that by the end of this so we don't die. I got nothing, man. If I could just have one more squirrel, we'd be in business. We don't have to worry about the stoat actually coming in. Now that I think about it. We could put our stoat in to kill Reginald. Instead, after the wolf perishes. That might be what we do here. Shit, man. Once again, I'm maxed. No space for my strange larva. I could put the strange larva opposing the squirrel. 3 damage coming in, and we're 3 damage from losing. So no, we have to do something now. 1 damage here, 2 damage here, 1 damage here if I put the stoat here to kill Reginald. It's still not enough. I had to put the stoat here to try to kill David. And then what would happen? The stoat would attack, and it would go down to 1 health. The mantis would come in and hit him, and then he would die. David would get 2 damage, Reginald would get 1 damage, and it's over anyways. So what do I do? I stick my strange larva in there to die. You know what? My stoat would actually kill David because of alpha buffing it. So I put my stoat in, right? I grab a squirrel. I sacrifice the squirrel for the stoat. Turn starts. Stoat's doing 4 damage. Bam. Kills David off. Down to 1 health. Next turn, Mantis does 1 damage against the stoat. Kills it. Reginald does 1 damage to me. We're 2 from losing. Next turn starts. We maybe put down Strange Larva, but we can't put Strange Larva in front of Reginald. We put Strange Larva here. And it's tanking, the Mantis hits, but Reginald will still be able to get 1 more damage. Will put me 1 away from losing. And the turn after that, we'll have to figure out what the hell we're going to do. Possibly sacking Alpha for our stoat again. Maybe pulling a squirrel. And doing that way. Okay, so grab the squirrel. I think that was the only thing I could think of doing right now. We could try to pull a card, hope that we could pop the bones here or use these bones to get something else out there, but gotta work with what we know instead of going on chance. So we're gonna put the squirrel anywhere, right? And then we're gonna put the stoat down to kill David. Oh, that's right. Our one guy got a little free hit there. Okay, so we are doing a unblockable 1 alpha hit. It's too bad alpha is not towards the middle because the bell guy A wants to go here. Or did we already lose the bell? I mean, we already lost the bell earlier on. Oh wait, who's coming up too though? Isn't there like somebody he just put a mask on? Like we gotta win now? Who's coming up? Who's gonna do a thing? He grabbed cards, he put a mask on. I can't fucking see it because the game doesn't want to tell you jack shit and just wants to murder you and have you be okay with that. Strange larva has to go out. It's undeniable. I'm gonna put the strange larva here. Trapper lady, trapper lady, trapper lady, trapper lady, trapper lady, trapper lady. What the frick is she gonna do? Maybe something with pelts. What is she gonna do? I don't remember what she does in this phase. Putting strange larva out. Oh, it's gonna break the egg because of alpha. We kill alpha to put Stoat out. Stoat kills Reginald. Trade for what you can. Know this, the rest will stay and fight for me. Amalgam, maybe. Wait, we have a Death's Touch. Their turn didn't start, right? I want that squirrel, man. Oh, that broken egg is looking real nice. If I take the bat, though, the Stoat dies anyways. Leave the amalgam hidden behind the squirrel. It's got Death's Touch, but it's got flight. It's actually gonna fly over the Stoat. And the Stoat will kill the bat. It's still gonna die to the Rattler next turn. So maybe I take the Rattler to keep my Stoat alive? Whatever they put here next is probably gonna end up doing that anyways. If I let the Stoat die, we could bring the Stoat back, right? It's unkillable, so like maybe that's not that big of a deal. We wanna maybe focus on something else, like taking the amalgam. But it costs 2. Maybe 6 bones Rattler, because we need some bones. We need something to put our bones on. But the bat also does that. Once again, flight. Take the Rattler, I guess. Oh my god, we almost lost it there. Because of the bat had flight, and we didn't get a turn to hit back. It's so confusing at what stage of the turns all these happen. Oh, it's just not that confusing if you just pay attention. What happens this next turn? Strange Poopa gets fully grown. Mantis is still hitting it, which is pissing me off. The Stoat will kill the bat off. And they don't get any points on the board. We can put our Rattler out to kill the Mantis. The Rattler will die. Not helpful. At the moment. The Mantis is fine. It stops this 2 damage from coming in from Tamara. I think we leave it. I think we leave it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Don't you do it. He's gonna kill my Mothman. Mothman's dead. We needed the Mothman end game. No, well, let's see. We're putting 10 damage on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna do it. There's only 10 there. Because the Stoat is uncontested and the Mothman is up, it's over. Assuming he doesn't hit him now. Mothman! Nice. That's the luckiest thing I've ever seen. Now we have a Mothman against the moon. Unkillable Stoat probably gonna see me through to the victory here. The fact that he's doing 1 damage per turn though, and we still can only take 5 total hits is where the problem arises, but I could go ahead and get my Mole Man out there. Surprisingly enough. And my Mole Man will be able to continually block as much as he can block until he can't block no more. Rattler. Yeah, we can wait for the Stoat to die, maybe, and then put the Rattler here so it could jump over and create a tail. We'll see where this takes me. I think the Mothman is gonna actually just do it. Wait, did we take damage here? The Mole Man didn't jump in front, and we didn't take extra. I don't know what happened. I guess it doesn't do any damage to me, which is quite interesting. Child 13, you're not gonna do well. We want a nuzzle at the lid. I don't know if that's actually gonna create a tail or if it's just gonna die because it jumps over and gets hit anyways. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Nice. Blocked it. Well done. It's not actually the Rattler, yeah, it's over now. You must draw a card. Ouroboros also pretty saucy there. We can sack the Rattler tail. What if I just did that? Cool. Sorry, Moon. You're not the first to triumph over the moon, but go on. Finish it. Done. Awesome. What a run. What a run! Gosh, such a roller coaster of emotions. Misplays 21. You want to be more specific about that, Tim? Sacrifices made. Squirrels harmed. Biggest attack was 11. Cards drawn 152. Bosses defeated 4. I don't want to hit X. You shouldn't make me hit X on a victory. So I woke up. It's entry number 2, by the way. So I woke up and damn near lost my mind. I tried to recreate that bug with the angler over and over, and nothing weird was happening. What happened was the angler got up and started walking and went into Leshy's cabin, if you don't remember the last entry, and it was really weird because she said there was no walk animation that was ever put into the game, and Leshy started saying things that were not programmed into the game. I tried to recreate the bug with the angler over and over, and nothing weird was happening. Then I realized I was testing on a different disc, so I popped in the same disc as last night, and holy shit, Leshy went 3D. What does that mean? I barely even know. Maybe I am crazy. The entire game is different. Leshy took over, and it's 3D. I don't know anyone who would listen to me about this. Okay, that was a kind of a large jump there. You literally just had to say, like, look at this game that we're making that's all of a sudden programmed and looks completely different. And I think everyone would be like, what? Mole Man will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. Also, when an empty space will be struck, Mole Man will move to that space, receive the strike instead. Mole Man question mark. Does that mean he, like, takes bones? He looks odd. Mole Man? Because we already have Mole Man, but this is Mole Man? I'm Ron Burgundy? Starter decks unlocked. There we go. I think that's what people were talking about. That we can now just, do a different start deck. So we got Alpha, we got Rat King, and we got the Burrow thing, whatever that is. Challenge unlocked. All battles. Start all battles with 1 damage on your side of the scales, plus 15. That'll do it. What a run, you guys. Holy crap. I thought it was over like 10 times. Pulled back. There was that one time that we knew we were screwed, and I'm actually happy that we just let that go, because we ended up coming out victoriously. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I will see you in the next video.